Hey everyone, how are you? Today we are going to start about another question regarding MRCS, and we will discuss about more than 2000 question of the eMRCS, and it also included the recalls, Fawzia sheet, and many more. So stay tuned with the channel, subscribe the channel for more videos and more interesting things. So let's see and start the question. Here, a 23 years old man is stabbed in the chest approximately 10 centimeters below the right nipple. In the emergency department, an abdominal ultrasound scan shows large amount of intraperitoneal blood. Which of the following statement relating to the likely site of the injury is untrue? So here we can see they are telling 23 years old man stabbed in the chest 10 centimeter below the right nipple. So right side 10 centimeter below the right nipple, it enters in the abdomen, and we know that in the right side the first organ is liver, and second clue is large amount of intraperitoneal blood in the ultrasound. So we have to final they want which statement is untrue of the organ. That means in case of liver, which statement is not true. So here are the options. The options are: part of the posterior surface is devoid of peritoneum, the quadrate lobe is contained within the functional right lobe, its nerve supply is from the celiac plexus, the hepatic flexure of the colon lies posterior inferiorly, the right kidney is closely related posteriorly. So let's see the discussion about these topics. First of all, we can see here is the liver, and these two sides, these are the right nipple and this is left nipple. We can see a gallbladder is suspending in the lower parts of the liver. Here is spleen, stomach, and we can see the intestine in the here, small and large intestine. So let's if there is a right nipple here, the right nipple is here, and about 10 centimeter, we can say 10 centimeter, this is the liver. So finally it injures the liver and causes bleeding into the peritoneal cavity, which is diagnosed by the ultrasound. So let's see here. We can see here there is the hepatic flexure, and this is ascending colon and transverse colon, and junction of the two colon is hepatic flexure, and we can see the hepatic flexure lies inferior part of the liver and also in the posterior part. So inferior and posterior part, the hepatic flexure of the colon lies. In the picture we can see in this picture we can see here is the liver, here is the liver, and the diaphragm, where the just this border, we can see this border, it is the diaphragm, and below the diaphragm it is cut section of the liver. This large area is the liver, and below the liver in the posterior part we can see the kidney. So kidney lies in the inferior part of the liver, and kidney is a retroperitoneal organ, and we can see it in the peritoneum covering here in the anterior part. It extends up to the anterior abdominal wall. This is anterior abdominal wall, and kidney lies in the posterior part. So kidney lies below the liver. So here we can see, and here this is liver, this is posterior surface of the liver. We can see the different part of the peritoneal folding here. Here we can see the peritoneal folding, but all of the area are not covered by the peritoneum, as there is the gallbladder, gallbladder fossa, as gallbladder lies these areas, so peritoneum cannot reach up to the surface. So here, the all parts are not covered by the peritoneum, because some of the inferior vena cava. So the peritoneum cannot pass the inferior vena cava and cover the liver. So there are different area which covers of the peritoneum is not possible. We can see the liver is divided into different lobes. They are anatomical and functional. If we see here along this border, along this line, this is uh, divided. This is left lobe and this is right lobe along these two ligament. But if we think about the functional lobe, so functional lobe will divide it like this, and this is quadrate lobe and quadrate lobe. In this case, in the functional lobe, left lobe contains the whole of the left lobe, the quadrate lobe and quadrate lobe. So in the functional lobe, left lobe is larger, but anatomically left lobe only present this area, only this area. But functional lobe, it also contains the quadrate lobe and quadrate lobe. And we can see another picture here, the liver. You can see liver and other organ like stomach, spleen, kidney, pancreas, this is duodenum and gallbladder and another kidney. We can see this nerve supply. This nerve supply here is ciliac ganglion or celiac plexus. So from the celiac plexus, nerve enter into the liver and it supplies the liver and other organ close to it. So final answer we can see, yeah, parts of the posterior surface is devoid of the peritoneum. Yeah, it is true. All parts are not covered by the peritoneum. It is nerve supply celiac plexus. Yeah, it is supplied by the celiac plexus. Hepatic plexus of the colon lies posteriorly and inferiorly. It is true. Right kidney is closely related posteriorly. It also true. But the quadrate lobe contained with the functional right lobe. No, it is functional left lobe. So here untrue answer is answer B. The quadrate lobe is contained with the functional lobe. It is untrue. The true answer is quadrate lobe lies in the within the left lobe.